rock starts.
Let's not get carried away.
Spirit took care of mine too. There's like 4 things exactly, but small.
I didn't want to get the glare like I usually get when you're rolling that.
Right.
6:59, 55.
Thank you.
It's bright. Can hardly see my computer screen.
Is that a 0?
They're all no.
X.
Yeah.
I need to send Justin over there.
I know, no problem. So you get to talk about it all.
Yeah, it's just, it's 14 on it. It's an accident calling in the middle. 2 times.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Just misses you.
Well, for sure. It's number one concern there.
I'm sure.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. First up is additions to and approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve.
A motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Agenda is approved as presented. Next up is visitors to be heard. Anybody wishing to address the council may step up to the podium.
Me? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So I'm Representative Kevin Johnson from Canton area, and I've been trying to speak with some of the county commissioners and some of the cities. We had some very disturbing bills going through this year. One of them, you've probably heard about, this little bill called Senate Bill 201, which is labeled the landowner bill of rights. And I won't get into the bill itself, but part of that bill, it strips away the power of the county to be able to create setbacks and regulations on any kind of a linear line, transmission line, power lines, or any of that. The county, if this bill does go into law on July 1st, the counties have no more power for setbacks or depth of field, and that all gets transferred to the PUC. So the state takes control over all of that. And that's kind of disturbing to me, because it's a power grab. Because all along the pipeline routes and the electric transmission lines, like now, we got a Swan Lake project getting started, 97 windmills down there, and they jumped right on it as soon as we passed this bill. I voted against it. And I want people to understand the reason I voted against it is because, I'm not for the pipeline, but the thing is, to me, is it's a power grab by the state. I saw the same thing in the bill for where the governor wanted to make sure, I spent 15 years on the Canton School Board, and it's hard enough to pay teachers, but then you have to pay support staff too, right? Because the schools don't operate without support staff. So the governor's bill then dictates to the schools how they have to distribute the money. And 99% of the schools did a good job. A few bad players were given higher raises to retiring teachers and retiring administrators so they could beef up their retirement a little bit. They got kind of their hands caught in the cookie jar. So I see a little bit of power grab taking away from the school districts. What I want you guys to know is, I do have a primary, I'm feeling pretty good about it. If I get into the Senate, I want you guys to know that if you feel like you're getting squeezed by the state, if there's anything coming up, I want people to contact me, because we want to fight against those. I believe in local control. I want you guys to have control over your town, your growth, your whatever you want to do. Of course, with the pipeline that goes close to town, that's not a good thing, because that limits where you can grow. You can't build over a narrow pipeline. So I'm just trying to, I'm very concerned about our current leadership. Honestly, is really trying. I'm a diehard conservative Republican, okay, I'll admit that. But our own leadership seems to be falling prey to the big money, to the outside corporations, to the foreign investors. It's all about money, but when we start losing our local control over money, that's a scary thing for me. So when we have 500 bills going through each year, and a lot of the bills, local bills like for city government, goes through local government, that's a very, very, how to say, not a lot of people pay attention to local government committee. I've been chair of Health and Human Services for 6 years, and we put education, state affairs, Health and Human Services tend to get all of the attention. The local government doesn't. When we have, and a lot of the bills that go to local government go through on consent. So we never get to hear, if you're not in that committee, you never get to hear the debate. Because it comes out of committee on consent, goes right over to the other house, comes out of that committee on consent, pretty much goes right over to the other house. Then it goes to the governor. So again, I just want to say, you know, if I get over there to the Senate and you see any kind of grabs of power, I want to know about it. Because we got a group of very dedicated people that really want to maintain local control. And we're a little bit frustrated with the state for taking these power grabs. So anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you. Just keep me informed if you see anything coming down the line. Okay?
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For your time.
Appreciate it.
All right, seeing no others, I will look for a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, into exec at 7:05.
I'll go out and